Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Discombillé! Playing as the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, we have been making some rather significant pushes against the Soviets. Yes, it's still taking longer than I would like. Yes, if I had tanks, this would go a heck of a lot better. But we're getting them, dang it. We are making some huge pushes. We snagged Leningrad, we have done lots of encirclement, we've killed a good couple million Russians just in the last video alone, and we got a lot more on the way. I'm now starting to prepare for a war against Finland, hoping that the Allies are not going to defend them. I don't think they will. These guys have, not 30%, just shy of the 30% that I think you normally would need to join Comintern. I'm really hoping they can still join. If these guys are able to join Comintern, then of course once we capitulate the Soviets, I don't even have to take the Finland. I just need to start like a very brief fight with them, finish off the Soviets, and then boom, it's all over from there. It would be very, very helpful if I had all my spies together, which I now do. Of course, this does mean we need to get back down to some spying and get that spy network up and running, unfortunately. Which is going to be a little bit difficult with them being what they are, but cool. Let's see if we can get some spy network. I do need to go for another round of collaboration government very badly. Otherwise, this war is going to drag on way longer than I would like. Okay, we have finished with Arm the Nation. Let's go for the defense of our nation, which gives a pretty massive construction boost for all of our factories. Loving that. Still need to get a little bit more steel. Again, we'll just keep trading with Vichy France. It's kind of the safest way for me to go right now. We've got a few extra factories to work with. I'll be honest, I feel like we need to keep tossing it into infantry equipment because we're gonna start having problems with that. I can just tell you right now. Yeah, the numbers here, the stockpiles have dwindled rather substantially. Then after that, honestly, I think just keep going on things like fighters and close air support. We should be producing enough trains at this point. Yeah, we're doing all right. I'm gonna stop with the armored trains and swap these guys over. Where's the rail guns? Is that not a thing here? Hello? Weird. I don't actually see rail guns anywhere. Maybe I'm blind, but I really wanted those. Those are fun. So if I wanted to train up a whole nother army of offensive artillery infantry, we're gonna need a lot more of infantry equipment. That is kind of what I was afraid was going to happen. I'm gonna make this a low equipment priority. It is way more important that we continue to supply reinforcements to fight at full strength. But yeah, I do really need a second offensive army. I can't keep micromanaging the same stuff around forever. Sooner or later, we're gonna wish that we had a little bit more pushing power, especially because, you know, we're dealing with the Soviets. We still got the Germans to deal with for the main achievement, okay? We're not out of the woods. This is purely an effort to get a huge economic base with which we can then rapidly turn around and attack the Germans. One thing I could try for, since I am fighting against the Soviets, hey Germans, would you be willing to give me some of your guns? Yeah, just a bit of infantry equipment. Oh, you don't have enough. Oh, our production. Yeah. Would you be willing to give me some of this? No, you would not. You don't have a high opinion of me. Hold on. No. What if I improved relations? Gosh dang it, with the stupid agents getting captured all the time! It's making it really difficult for me to get any sort of freaking spy network against the Soviets. Gosh, they're so stinking good at capturing spies. It's annoying. Anyway, my hope is if we can just get the Soviets to give me a bunch, the Germans to give me a bunch of guns, I'll use them to kill the Soviets, and then I'll turn right around and use those same guns to kill the Germans. Okay, we've got our anti-air upgrade. June 1942. Extracting more resources isn't gonna do me a lot of good, is it? No, it's not. Let's go for another logistics company upgrade. We've already got those assigned to all of our good divisions, so I want to just go ahead and continue stacking up that supply consumption reduction. We're gonna start making our push to Moscow. Push into Moscow, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the supply for the Soviets goes into disarray. Yes, they're gonna move their capital elsewhere. Yes, the supply will continue to flow, but we'll have effectively cut off the main hub for their trains. So if we can just continue pushing down a couple key areas, we can basically affect, like right here, for example, push into Moscow, take this area right here, and all of a sudden, a whole bunch of the railways are completely separated, which means wherever their capital pops up, they're not gonna have any trains delivering goods, which means the slaughter becomes really easy. Okay, we actually did get Mechanized level 2. That's pretty beautiful. I did forget to get the support weapons. Let's do that now. And then I would like to start making the Mechanized. It's gonna take a while to get a meaningful stockpile of this. What on earth? Why are some stuff cut off in my... What is going on here? What the heck is going on? I can't see everything. This is all messed up. There we go. Okay, much better. Oh, there's the railway guns! Hello! All right, I wanted those. Anyway, so Mechanized right here. Actually, no, don't start this yet. If we go into Mechanized, I'm willing to spend some of my experience to greatly reduce the production cost. So it's less than half of what it costs normally. Normally it costs 8.5. We can reduce that to 3.5. And then I just need to boost the reliability back up to something reasonable, and even a couple of engine wouldn't be bad. We got the experience to go around. Why not just make something freaking awesome? We're gonna have some really, really good Mechanized with pretty darn solid armor values. And if we can just start stockpiling a lot of these, right, then we can have huge Mechanized armies. I've got so many production cost reductions on these. All we need is factories. That's gonna be my plan against the Germans. We're not gonna have tanks. I have put no research into tanks. What I want are lots of fighters, close air support, and mechanized armies with which to destroy. Because remember, we've got nice little boosts thanks to the new kind of Iron Wolf. A little bit of extra attack and defense, and they're cheaper. It's great. Okay, we are almost into Moscow at this point. Should be arriving in just a brief moment, and whoop, there we go. Boom, we now have Moscow. Okay. So now I just want to try to control some of the railways leading up into it, and then we sit back, wait for our supply to get back under control, since this is kind of a major supply hub and we're struggling on supply pretty badly over here right now. And then we'll be in a really good spot. If I can snag anything else, like let's say down over here in Bryansk, that would be pretty helpful as well. So let's try for that. Just need to push a little bit more to make sure I control all of the railroads back over here to make sure supply is able to cycle back over, which it looks like we're gonna get in just a moment. There we go. Boom, boom, bada, bada, boom. All right, so how are we looking as far as this war now? So the Soviets are down to 42% of the way towards capitulation. We are no longer at 10-1 kills. We're taking way more losses at this point, but even so, the numbers are pretty dang heavily in my favor. The Germans apparently have lost some to the Soviets. I don't even know where. Maybe some naval invasion somewhere, or maybe just some ships have blown up. Regardless, that's almost all the war score that is going to be going to me. 98%. Germans are getting nothing out of this. Absolutely nothing, which is exactly what we want. Hey, Germans, do you like me enough that you're willing to give me a lend-lease now? I'd really like some free guns. Dang it. They feel protective of at least one country we consider an enemy. Is that Finland? You feeling defensive of Finland? Don't listen to Finland. They are notorious liars. I'm not planning anything. Let's go ahead and go to our cavalry divisions, which appear to be gone. Uh-oh. Hang on. We need a small little division of cavalry. We'll just duplicate this sucker. We'll go ahead and remove all of this and replace it with some cavalry so we can get some good stuff. This doesn't cost me much. And then, yeah, we toss on the military police. We don't need to have the engineers. 45 is kind of a lot of experience to pay for a stupid garrison division for our military police, but whatever. I'd rather take some of this. Let's go ahead and do that. Change the icon. I don't know, how about the fists? Yeah, there we go. We're gonna crush all resistance! All right, and then we're gonna go over here to the occupied territories, make sure we swap this around for the right kind. It's named something stupid, but at least now we're gonna have better divisions to go around with which to try to suppress all the Soviets who are a little bit peeved that they're losing to Poland. So embarrassing for you, Russia. Oh, right, and we have our war goal now against Finland. Okay, so I gotta declare war on them. It doesn't look like anyone is guaranteeing their independence, which is great. And if they join up with the Comintern, which I believe they will, there we go. Now no one will defend them. That's what I was looking for. I'm just gonna stare here and do basically nothing, except maybe move forward and take a single little territory right here. Hold on, don't you go anywhere. And the reason I'm doing that is so that if I've taken literally anything from the Finns, I'm pretty sure once all the majors of this war, which is just the Soviets, fall off, we'll get all of Finland. I don't even have to go and fight over here, man. Okay, once again, we have rescued our operatives. Oh my god, let's try this again. I've got a sneaking feeling that I am not going to have an opportunity to get another collaboration government. And if that's the case, that is oh so very highly unfortunate, because it makes it so much easier to win a war against the Soviets. But who knows? Now that we've got all of our spies back and we've caused some pain for them, maybe they will stop paying attention on the spying front and this becomes easy. I don't know. Okay, my logistics companies have received a little bit of a boost. Excellent. Motorized rocket artillery, don't think I care. Let's go for another boost up to our logistics over here. Or actually, you know what, even better, let's swap over to some infantry, heart attack, and piercing, just in case we run into any sort of an armor division. I don't really expect it, but there you go. Some people have canceled lend-leases toward me. Honestly, that's fine. We finally have enough infantry equipment, which means I will be able to train up the rest of these units and get them deployed, so another round of artillery infantry is on the way. The most important thing is we are getting over here into Penza, at which point we will have officially split off all of this supply network for the Soviets from everything else in their nation, because they've moved the capital to Stalingrad, so I'm pretty sure that means that's where all their supply is going. Yes, they technically have ports down here, but like, does it really translate into any extra supply up over here? Maybe it does. I don't know. But we're gonna start pushing south and see if we can go for the granddaddy of all encirclements and just finish off the Russians that way. We're capped out on our air experience. We got about a year before I'm probably gonna have a new upgrade to some fighters. I guess I'll go to these Mark IIIs and we'll just boost them up further. More reliability plus, let's say, a little bit of extra range. I can think of worse things, and yeah, having 100% reliability just means I lose a lot less in some sort of an accident, so very small change in my efficiency at this point, but a slight boost in my fighters. It's only gonna last me for like another year though, because I'm gonna be researching the next round of upgrades early, almost for certainly. Oh, and before I forget, let's swap over to that total mobilization, the Doinkis. So we're on that, and then I want to go to women in the workforce, which, yes, cost me some stability, gets my recruitable population right back, and all of a sudden we're going to find ourselves with even more factory construction speed and more civilian factories with which to construct. Haha! Total mobilization is oh, okay, Vichy France has declared, okay. You know, I can't remember the last time that Vichy France was involved in this, but the UK decided to get involved. Interesting choice, bud. Interesting choice indeed. Oh, fantastic timing. Now we have another army, at least partially, for our offensive units. Let's go ahead and put this guy in charge. Beautiful mustache there, by the way, I gotta say, looking very dapper. And we're gonna use these guys to kind of sneak along the coast right over here and see if we can fully cut these guys off. This is gonna be a huge encirclement. If anything, I'm a little bit worried that it's too large and we're gonna be spreading our lines way too thin. But at this point, like, the Germans really shouldn't have a lot left. So how dangerous is this really? I'm gonna go ahead and toss up some logistics companies onto all of my regular infantry here, by the way. Might be a little bit dangerous and expensive, but I think that could be worth it. Do I have enough anti-air? No, not that much. But we have enough support equipment to go around, and we can just greatly reduce the amount of supply we're taking kind of everywhere now. So that seems kind of okay to me. Once again, an invitation to join the Axis. Yeah, you'd just love to have me involved in that, wouldn't you? You're really not comfortable seeing a giant new power player on your eastern border. I wonder why. And here goes purple in order to finish tightening the noose. That's gonna be beautiful. And then we're just a hop, skip, and a jump and away from Stalingrad. Hey, we can get some more Soviet spies because it looks like my others died. Oh no. Oops, that's not great. However, we could go for collaboration government needs 50%. Dang it, we're not quite there, but we're kind of close. We almost can get a collaboration government going. Now, here's the part that I'm getting a little bit worried about logistically. We are burning through things like support equipment, artillery, and infantry equipment very rapidly now, which isn't really surprising per se. That is gonna always, don't do that. That is always going to happen at this point because now our line is spread really thin as we start marching across all the Soviet territory. So we're gonna start taking a lot of losses. However, I'm willing to bet that once the Soviets capitulate, we're gonna get access to a treasure trove of guns since we didn't burn these guys into the ground. So that might very well mean that we are gonna get right back up to full power in no time flat. The good news is it looks like the Soviets have completely abandoned the south except for around Sevastopol specifically. So closing this up is gonna be very, very easy, at which point we just go for a lot of deaths. a lot, and we'll just see how many casualties we're going to be able to eke out of it by the end, but I'm willing to bet it's going to be an absolute ton. We are now preparing another round of collaboration government. I don't really think that I'm going to be able to get it. I sort of suspect that we're going to end this war before that happens, but just on the off chance it does not, I'd like to have that in my back pocket before we start spying on the Germans and try for the same sort of thing. So yeah, 30% collaboration there. The Soviets are up to only 11% compliance, which is not a lot. So yeah, more collaboration would make my life a lot easier. Like a lot easier. All right, so now we are starting to have a really spread thin line, and this is starting to become painful. It's easy to make mistakes and suddenly find that we are losing a lot of stuff. Do I want to go for this ahead of time, for the extra soft attack and stuff? Tempting, actually. It would be a fair bit ahead of time. You know what would be probably better, though, would be to go for... Do I want efficiency growth or retention or cap? I think I would rather have the growth rather than retention in this particular case. We do have a few extra factories to work with. Alas, no rubber to speak of, like at all. Logistically speaking, we're mostly losing out on support equipment again. Weird. All right, let's go ahead and start prepping some of those. And then, yeah, we really just need rubber. I need the allies to successfully open up a method of trade. That would be kind of helpful. Is there anything else we need to do with this national focus tree? I don't feel like there's a lot, to be honest. We don't need anything politically over here. I guess we can go for the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. We are in the process of preparing... Oh, wait, it'll be refunded in 49 days? Oh, no! I think... I captured the area where I was working on the collaboration government. I captured their capital, therefore it all resets. Well, that sucks. All right, tell you what, we'll just go ahead and start prepping some stuff in Germany, because we all know that's going to take forever as well, so we might as well be ready for it. Dang it. Oh my god, thank you. I can actually reach British Malaya? Holy crud. Yes, let's cancel all imports of rubber, and let's reset this. Like so, and boom. Oh my god. Okay, finally. Now I can once again start producing our fighters and our mechanized at a pretty reasonable rate. Well, now we're in that lovely, enviable stage where you didn't get enough collaboration to go against the Soviets, which means they're not quite ready to capitulate. One more level would have done it by now, for sure. They're at 95% complete. We've now lost 500,000 men, which is more than I would have wanted. Killed off 4.46 million for the record, that's pretty good, but like, at some point, more casualties doesn't help me win the war, victory points do. So I just have to sit back and let my troops just push until they find those precious victory points and bring the Soviets finally to their knees. Really wish I had some motorized divisions right now. Fast moving units would go a pretty long way to make this more bearable. How are the occupied territories? Oh man, they're taking a lot of troops to make this work. 12% compliance now, huh? Yeah, this is gonna suck. God, this is really gonna suck. Okay, all right, that's fine. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get some additional upgrades for things like radar, I don't know. I am building up some forts all along the borders with Germany. I plan on having, obviously, a couple of main areas where my infantry are gonna be pushing forward, but everywhere else where I plan on holding the line for a while, I wanna have some forts on hand just to make it a bit easier, because obviously the Axis is not gonna be a pushover at all. It'd be awesome if we could find a way to time this around the same time that the Allies start getting involved. That would be outstanding. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to pull that off. Oh wait, there we go. All right, Soviets have capitulated. They give me a lot of equipment and stuff. That's nowhere near as much as I was expecting, if I'm completely honest. But okay, so guess what this means? It means I hit pass, 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 so I have plenty of points. And then we are going to take all states. All of them. Everything is mine! Oh man, this really is lit, isn't it? 148 states for me. That is what I call a Commonwealth, ladies and gentlemen. One heck of a Commonwealth. Question, can I do the Greater Commonwealth? Not yet. I need to own Ermland, Mauserin, Konigsberg. I'm pretty sure that's all stuff down over here that the Germans control. Am I wrong? Let's see. Yeah. I need to own some of that. What else do we need over here? Not Slovakia. No. Yeah, this stuff over here. So you're telling me then that I'm not allowed to declare a Greater Commonwealth until I have fought the Germans. It's unfortunate, not a huge deal. What does this do? Oh, I'll tell you what it does. It just takes basically everything, well, not everything, but like 70 states and turns them into cores. That's a lot of factories and manpower right there if you can turn them all into cores. A lot. And now the factories are starting to roll in. Do I have any shortages of anything? No, not really. Okay, as far as mechanized, we've got 800. Let's take a look at like designing one of these templates and what that would look like, just so I can think about it. So if I swapped all of these out for mechanized, for example, yeah, it cost me a lot of XP, but it's fine. Then we toss on some, probably motorized artillery, I would guess. All right, that brings me up to 21 combat width, and we toss on a bit of extra mechanized, get me up to... Do we want to go for 27? I guess we could. So 27. Now, you know what? We go for one more here, and then we also toss on some like motorized anti-air. There we go. 30 combat width. Add on the engineers, add on some support artillery, add on some logistics companies. The rest is optional for the time being, though I do think having some motorized recon could help. That's a pretty decent amount of hardness value, at least. The soft attack is reasonable, it's pretty speedy. It's expensive, is the only real downside. But like, this could be a pretty nasty division. Pretty nasty, actually. Huh. So let's save this sucker out. We're gonna call this my 30 width mech division. So there goes a lot of my experience, but that's fine. So if I wanted to start trading some of these, I mean, wait, each one of these takes up how much mechanized? 400. So we need a stupid amount of mechanized before I can do almost anything with this. Nonetheless, all I'm missing is mechanized. What that tells me is all I have to do is just toss every factory I've got into mechanized. And we can start producing 20 per day. And after, you know, like 20 days, that's enough for another one of these divisions. That seems reasonable, I can do that. You know something I just realized though? We actually didn't get to conquer Finland. Somehow, it worked out where we conquered the Soviets, we're still at war with Finland, but they're now the leaders of Comintern. That was the end of that, okay. Huh, unexpected. I still think this is fine. We just need to load up the infantry and just utterly, totally crush them. Okay, my army feels extremely confident that they can win this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell them to be aggressive. Be aggressive, be aggressive. And that will be the end of Finland. So that leaves only taking the capital of Germany to get, this is gonna be lit as an achievement. Then we gotta figure out how we're gonna get Sweden into the arrangement as well. And these guys could join the Allies. So what I might do then is sweep through, take Denmark, take Germany and Berlin, up here at least, and before the war ends, join the Allies if they'll have me, and see if we can take on Sweden. And even if they don't, all I gotta do to win this achievement is hold the Allies off long enough until I conquer the entirety of the coastline. And I'm pretty confident that is the end of it. Thank y'all for watching, hope you enjoyed. If so, I would hope that you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.